Hey guys, welcome back to the channel again. It's Alex, and I'm continuing this 7 round per team mock series with the Eagles. Start off with the Cowboys. Let's go to the Eagles. We'll go to the Giants, then the Redskins. So I want you guys to hit that like button, comment what you guys think, because you Eagles fans out there, I know you guys are passionate as well. And then, of course, subscribe because there's going to be content coming out every single day. So without further ado, I ain't going to hold y'all too long. So let's kick it off. Let's hope that this random generator doesn't go off and give Penei Sewell again at number 1. So let's see. Trevor Lawrence, yes, we're good. We're good. All right. Well, anything interesting happens, we'll comment on that. Marvin Wilson going to the Lions. That's kind of like a Lions move. Seems to make sense. Creed Humphrey at 13. That's a damn solid pick right there. Dylan Moses to the Titans. I don't really see that as like something they need to do, but okay. Pitts to the Steelers. I would love that as a Steelers fan. We're here. Okay, where did Surtain go? He went to the Chargers. Okay. Well, we gotta analyze what we need here. A secondary corner is still a need, and Paulson Adebo's here. But your line is aging. I'm gonna be honest. Brandon Brooks is a monster, and then Jason Kelsey's a beast, as well as Lane Johnson, and then Andre Dillard is gonna be great. And honestly, I'm kind of blanking on that other position on the line. And according to your team needs, there's a reason why I'm blanking on it, and that's because you guys don't have a very good fit there. So I'm in between Trey Smith and Paulson Adebo here. And to me, I think it's way easier to draft down the road with Paulson at cornerback than it is at interior offensive line. So right now, I think Trey Smith on my board is like number 11, and Paulson Adebo is like 19th. But Trey Smith is the need here, and he is so good, so good. I know Eagles fans, y'all do not want to see that, but and Paulson Adebo goes to the Cowboys. So interesting picks here, right? Anything interesting happens? Zamir White going number 34. That's interesting, to say the least. Sage Surratt goes up with DJ Moore. Jamie Newman, Georgia quarterback, replaces Georgia quarterback. Xavier Thomas going to the Falcons. That seems to be a very interesting pick. I could not imagine the speed on that team with I can't even remember their middle linebacker. Deion Jones. I cannot imagine the speed on that defense with Deion Jones. And also the edge out of Clemson. But damn it, Charles Snowden just went. You don't realize how badly I want to draft Charles Snowden. Regardless, we got to look at what's around here. Like wide receiver is not really a need anymore, even though like a big wide receiver is kind of a need. And Amon-Ra St. I just want to check his height, but I just want to see how tall he was. But Amon-Ra St. Brown would not be my pick at all here. And like we can go Asante Samuel Jr. here. That'd be an amazing pick. I'm not gonna go Chaz Surratt again, even though he would be my pick here, because I think he's an absolute beast. But like just looking at everybody here, Caleb Farley's solid. I think he's like my number 98. Darian Kendrick is great. But Asante Samuel Jr. is the guy I want to put here because, Asante Samuel and then Asante Samuel Jr. So we're sticking to it. Asante Samuel Jr. going to the Eagles. Let's do it. Anything interesting happens, of course, going to say something about it. Tamorrion Terry, I love him to death. I think he's a great talent. I don't know where I have him on my board, to be honest, but Chaz Surratt to the Lions, man. The Lions are having a pretty good draft. KJ Costello to the Bears. Very interesting. I think he fits the system, too. He's very similar to Nick Foles, in my opinion. He just, except the fact that he's a little bit too out there when it comes to, like, throwing picks and shit. He's very inconsistent. That's what I was trying to get at. But here's a very interesting thing. To me, Tuf Borland might need to be the pick here. Let's look. We don't need to get a tackle right now. There's no real reason to get a quarterback. You guys just reached on Jalen Hurts. And excuse me. For me, Tuf Borland's a beast. He literally played through an Achilles tear. Like, I don't know if he played through it, but he's been kicking ass at least after his Achilles tear. So he's able to go through a bunch of shit. So let's go and get a monster linebacker on this team, Tuf Borland. Very, very, very talented linebacker. A little bit undersized for me at like 230, but I mean, I wouldn't complain too much, especially at my size. Can't really complain too much. If anything interesting happens, let's see what's up. Kenneth Gainwell, very solid running back to pair up in that backfield down in Houston. Okay, Kyle Trask going to the Indianapolis Colts. Very interesting. Jalen Mayfield, man, what's up with the Bucks stealing all these great tackles? I don't even know, man. They somehow have like a nice like tracking radar and picking amazing players. Jermaine Johnson, that's a good pick there too. And Charleston Rambo. I don't like Spencer Sanders that much, to be honest. Deontay Brown, that's a great pick. I know we didn't have a 4th round pick, so we have 2 5th rounds and then a 6th and a 7th. I studied that this time, Cowboys fans, because I just did the Cowboys one and I totally did not see that they didn't have I don't think they have a 4th or a 5th or a 6th round pick, or they didn't have a 5th or a 6th, and like that kind of screwed up my draft philosophy, but whatever. Okay, so sticking with the Eagles here, let's see what's up here. Let's see, like, Candy Brooks would be an interesting fit here. Bring him in with Jalen Hurts. That would be quite funny. Let's see who's on my board, who's still here. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a cheap pick. We're not going to go Israel 2 drafts in a row. Jacoby Stevens very well could be the pick here, though. Monty, like, there's no real reason to get Monty Rice or Mo Rig. Kadarius Toney could be an insane returner, but he's definitely not worth this pick, even though, like, my draft says he's worth the pick. Like, you also have to play how the NFL would treat him. So, for me, Jacoby Stevens is kind of, like, the obvious pick here. You can pair him up in that backfield, and the Green Goblin ain't going to do shit. I'm sorry. The Green Goblin ain't shit. But it's either Mo Rig or Jacoby Stevens for me, and Jacoby Stevens is somebody who really pops off on tape. I really like him a lot, so we're going to stick to him. Jacoby. Oh, we got another pick here. All right, nice. Honestly, I wouldn't be too pissed off if they went Mo Rig and Stevens at the same time. But let's look at who's still here. And Tyler Vaughns is somebody who I would think about in like the later round, and he's 6'2", very solid. He's a little bit older, though, as a redshirt senior. Kadarius Toney is somebody I could probably pick up at the 7th, to be honest. That's somebody who would be an interesting return man, but you don't need him. You don't need him. But we got to just see who's still here. You know, there's always the chance that – let's go. There we go. There's always a chance that somebody could fall, a very good player could fall. And looking at all the guys here, I just can't really find anybody who really fits the build. And like they say wide receivers a need. It's not really a need. All around wide receivers a need, but you're not going to get that this late in the draft. And I can't really find anything. So this is a very interesting pick because I can't really think of much. But Joseph Asai I know is talented. So we're going to go with him. Joseph Asai, you have Derek Barnett there. And then you might as well add Joseph Asai to that. Oh, Chauncey Goldston as well. Might as well add him to that rotation. It's just at this point, it's really hard to choose like the right pick for the Eagles, just because it's like they don't have that many needs. That's the thing. So maybe I should have went Kennedy Brooks there, but nah. Sam Ehlinger goes to the Steelers in the 6th. I wouldn't be mad about that. As a Steelers fan, I wouldn't be mad. Here, oh. I swear to God, Trey Sermon went to Oklahoma. But, guys, I'm going to do what I said I might have done the last pick. I'm going to double up on safety. Trayvon Moehrig is a stud. And, like, at this point when there's not really too many needs, why not just take 2 shots at some very talented safeties? And Moehrig was supposed to go before Stevens. So, if you guys, like, are like, oh, he should – why would the hell Mikael Cunningham go here? So I don't even know. See what the Steelers pick. Okay, Amizier from NC State. Not a bad pick at all. I would not be mad at that as a Steelers fan. Let's look at who we're going to get with our last pick, though. I mean, I think that another running back might need to be the bill here. And the guy who I think is the best is Journey Brown. I don't even know if he's on here. That's the thing. I think Journey Brown is a monster, and he's not even on here. That's a sad thing. Like, Journey Brown for me is a stud. Like, a stud. But I'm going to go back to the predictive board because he's not on here. And, I mean, it's just worth a pick. Brown. He's not even on here. Like, that's the thing. I don't even get it. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing, but just can't even find Journey Brown. So there's no real need. Let's look at the offensive tackles. Take a chance on one possibly becoming very good. Penn State, I see the guy running. I see the quarterback Clifford running around too much. For me, I'm not very comfortable with that system. Wisconsin likes to make some good offensive linemen, though. So let's take a shot on a Wisconsin offensive lineman in Cole Van Lanen, and there you go. That's the draft. Ending on like a little bit of a low note, so to speak, just because of the fact that Michael Carter going to the Steelers. I've never even heard of him, but ending on a low note because it's not any like a flashy pick. But here's a draft. This was honestly a really hard draft to do because I just didn't see too much talent that fit into like the needs and the desires of the Eagles down the line. And of course, as I get more smart with these players, because in September all the new draft analysis is going to come out, I'll obviously be a little bit more informed on how to approach this draft and maybe understand, maybe take a 6th-round shot on like a wide receiver that could be all around. Like the Mizia Mike, I think that's how you say his name. That guy could have been a 5th-round pick instead of Joseph Asai or Trayvon Moehrig. So regardless, this is the draft. I mean, it's solid. It's pretty much all defense. But, I mean, I would not be mad at all if I were the Eagles and I got this draft. You got your starting guard for many, many, many years. You are continuing the bloodline, so to speak, of Asante Samuel at corner, so you fill up that need. Tuf Borland's a great linebacker. And then you're either going to hit Jacoby Stevens or Moehrig, and if you don't, you just wasted late-round picks on some very talented safeties. And then Joseph Asai, who cares? Like, might as well add pass rush, right? You can never complain. And then taking a shot on a Wisconsin tackle is never a bad idea. So there you go, guys. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Let's be on the far side. Peace.